Compared to the 12-week CAP course of Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're all doing fine as much as I am. We are currently here in Christchurch, New Zealand for a short break from our busy lives. For those of you who are new, my name is Chi and I do share about our life experiences here in New Zealand, and I also do share about immigration news updates. You must have heard that New Zealand has opened the border a few days ago, and not long after, the government has made a very good announcement specific to healthcare workers around the world. As we all know, there is a significant shortage of nurses, doctors, and other healthcare workers, and New Zealand is not an exemption. Knowing that it has become an issue of concern here in New Zealand, the government has planned different ways on how to attract international healthcare workers to move, work, and migrate here in New Zealand. I do work in the healthcare industry, and being a resident for how many years, I have seen the changes and the effects of this global issue in the community. Sadly, healthcare workers are currently overworked, some being sick because of COVID-19 and flu because we are currently in the winter season. That's why I thought of sharing this news to hopefully help the country get over the situation and also to show appreciation to the healthcare workers around the world. My employment gave me the opportunity to work with nurses and to gain friends who are nurses here in New Zealand. Some of them have traveled from overseas and went through the student visa pathway, while some started as a carer here. They were directly hired and was offered a job. Then eventually they've worked on securing their registration here in New Zealand. To bring more positivity, I will be sharing with you the New Zealand government's plan of action to improve the healthcare system and to attract international healthcare workers to move, migrate, and work here in New Zealand. The released news is pretty much specific to doctors and nurses, but I believe we do have a shortage of different roles in the healthcare sector. I will be including different websites in the description box for you to have a look on the current vacancies. I would also advise you to do your own research, have a browse and have a look, and good luck. Based from what I know, if you are coming from overseas, the quickest way for you to gain your New Zealand nursing registration would be through the Competence Assessment Program, or CAP. You would need to apply for a student visa for you to study here in New Zealand. Learning overseas as an international student would require a lot of money. You would also need to pass the English language requirement through one of the accepted language tests. And also, as a student, you would need to provide evidence that you are able to fund yourself while you are studying here in New Zealand. In reality, we know that finances may sometimes be a factor to hinder people to move overseas. And because of this, the New Zealand government is giving out financial aid of up to $10,000 for international nurses who would like to gain registration here. They are also working with New Zealand immigration to find ways on how to make it easier for international healthcare workers to move here and come in New Zealand. Compared to the 12-week CAP course of Compared to the 12-week CAP course of nurses, doctors would need to complete a 6-month bridging course. This involves 6 weeks of clinical induction courses and 3 months of training internships. And the salaries of international doctors during these periods will be covered by the New Zealand government. I think this is a great opportunity, especially for those of you who are dreaming to work in a first world country. And to all healthcare workers around the world, remember that you are important, that you are appreciated, and what you do is without parallel. You are one of a kind. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe. Bye-bye!